today, especially the "she OD'd and I panicked" defense that TMZ has been pumping for him and Miss Blair Burke since the beginning. Thoughts? What are your thoughts? Okay, people are saying it could be or it could not be. We, the public, still don't know the cause of her death nor the circumstances or even when she died, but I'm hoping the investigators did determine it. David was on tour for weeks when her body was found and was avidly traveling in the months leading to the discovery. It depends on how much evidence they have to prove David was the one that killed her. Have to prove that he was in Celeste's vicinity at the time of her death, if they even know when she died, and then prove that David carried out the act. Well, they've arrested him, so I think they can prove that. Even if they know that she died of strangulation, for example, the prosecutors still have to prove beyond reasonable doubt that David is the one who strangled her. I'm hoping they have enough evidence to do that, but at this time, we don't know what the prosecutors know. People are saying, I wonder who David would argue did it instead. Good points you made, of course. Was he trying to set up Neo, perhaps? And is that why he flipped? People saying it's a good question. I wonder if David's team will try and point the finger at anyone else at all. David will be on trial, so the defense team is only responsible for proving his innocence, and they may be able to do that without pointing the finger at someone else. Obviously, the most likely perpetrator is David, and most people would agree. So if there's no one else to point the finger at, then they may not. But his team may also try and argue for lesser charges, which goes into the whole overdose theory. His team may argue she overdosed and he hid the body out of fear, and that's what he should actually be charged with. People saying him going for lesser charges is what my intuition is saying that they want right now, especially with Blair's specific statement that he didn't commit the murder. Though it would be hard to prove he didn't dismember her after the fact. But the overdose argument is their best bet from what we know, but it's still BS. It says they'll 100% point their finger at someone else. They might not even name a specific person. They'll just use the "some other dude did it" defense. It's such a common legal argument that there's a term for it, unfortunately. He's a touring artist. He wouldn't have had time to do this. Lots of people had access to his house. Lots of people had access to the car, etc.
Oh. Yeah, so after this game, I should be able to make the double move. I don't know. We'll see. Is the audio? Let me see.
The Santa Ana wind so prevalent this time of year, they rolled through and they left us with bright, clear skies here in Los Angeles, California. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Los Angeles Rams. And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. You talk about this Rams defense. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 yards there, and Denver 1st down.
1st down, Broncos.
Now they'll audible to something else. Now the Central Florida product, it's R.J. Harvey. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory.
He was brought down by
this defense for the Rams, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver? 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they do.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
1st down, Denver.
They'll set up a throw. That's down the field. He's got a wheel. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Let's go now.
They go play action here on first down. That is caught. Touchdown, Denver. And Xavier Legette, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are on the board first on the road here in L.A. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And he'll get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Rams take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
19 light. Let's go. 19.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Check.
They'll run. This is Jaden Blue. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
That's good for a Rams first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Ward. That's to the running back, Jaden Blue. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up second down.
Hawk 80. Hawk 70. Dragon 60. 19 tight. Let's go.
Out of the gun, Ward. Caught by Tyreek Hill. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
60 Bobcats. 60.
Throwing is Ward. Oh, just a desperation heave there, and it's intercepted. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
A gain of 3, second down. He'll look to throw. For Kidder, here it's complete. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Back to throw now on first down. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. They'll run here with a rookie. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And now an audible here into something else. Harvey will take it in. Touchdown, Denver.
cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
1st and 10.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Quick throw there is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's Ward. A short throw caught by Andrews. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
70 Ranger, Warriors.
Ward. And that is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
I'm not smelling your feet.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. He'll field this at the 5. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions now.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Jaden Blue with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams have cut it back within a score. Now the try here for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Rams 7.
The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it as we resume action. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And are able to get this one across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down, Denver.
first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. To the left side, catch made by Arroyo. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 40. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Broncos.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Back to throw again. Got a man, that's Liggett. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Two chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll just get rid of it.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound...
Toward the sideline, intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
No gain on the play.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
At the 6-yard line.
Dragon 60. Let's go.
Oh, this nigga has Tyreek Hill.
Throwing now, Ward. Out route to Hill, complete.
That's not even people.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 36 yards on the play.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And the Rams had 8-3 now. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
14 yards.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. They'll run up the middle here with Blue. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Down at the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And it'll be 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 19 Tiger.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7.
Best Buy be having everything.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Tag 18 Hawk 70. 18 Rattler. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Traffic.
To throw, here's Ward. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
A gain of 10 yards.
Give him 10 yards yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
18 Cardinal, 18, 79 Broncos.
On first down, it's Blue. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Bronco 80.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked up by Andrew Makuba. And the Broncos are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
2nd and 4. It's taken in by Arroyo. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards. In motion goes the tight end. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. There's a sure one.
They wasn't lying.
The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag.
He was not lying.
He ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Rams are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they have their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half.
I can't play how I want to play. I'm like, bro, I need a quarterback with a dev, but nigga can't get one, bro.
A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And he's going to be out of bounds across the 50. Great return.
That return had all the trappings of really good scouting. You could tell that they thought they saw something on tape that they could take advantage of, and they dialed it up at just the right time to give them a great return.
Handoff, Blue running right. Down to about the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now Ward. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Out of the gun, they run with Blue. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone, following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes, and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 3rd and 4.
To throw is Ward. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's good for our Rams. First down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They go with Blue between the tackles. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
They go again with Blue. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And this is caught. He's got a touchdown, LA. CeeDee Lamb with career touchdown number 60. And the Rams are an extra point away from evening this one up. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14.
Oh, I'm forgetting. I'm going to have to put my credit card away.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. Now he's going to step up and run. Pass caught, Arroyo right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Here we go, here we go.
Harvey now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. They'll swing this out to Harvey. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 20-yard line. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
I'll be hating this shit because I'm like, niggas be playing honest games till fucking niggas start losing this shit. Because it happens every fucking game.
Now a first carry here for the running back. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6. This is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Elijah Arroyo, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
Hell yeah, that's a new live. I'm in Madden League. I'm in like 4 Madden leagues and shit.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter. Went down, got the touchdown, cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Paul. They got a little bounce in their step after scoring that 1st touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
At the 45-yard line.
versus blue. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Well, looks like they'll move things around here. From the shotgun, it's Ward. They'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Good for a Rams first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They hand it off. It's Blue. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's 2nd and 7.
18 Cardinal, 18. Here we go. 7 Cougar, 19.
From the gun, here's Ward. He'll swing this out to Blue. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another Rams first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now a shotgun handoff. Blue. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13. Down to the 13. First and 10 in the red zone.
That's another Rams.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter.
On the jump.
Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
18 Rattler, 18 like Buffalo 18. Panther 11. Ready.
Throwing is Ward. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second
I'm going to probably be off.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used,
I don't know if he
they come
means
into
about
play
to
for
play
the
the
guys
game
on offense
or...
right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
He's got a man. Downfield is Horton. First target, first catch, and a first down.
15. First down, Broncos.
Out of the gun, they go with Harvey. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 43.
It's a gain of 20. And the Broncos first down.
Let's go, Nap. Unlock line. Cougar 19.
They run straight ahead with Harvey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes is won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. 42 yards. And the Broncos are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
McCall Hardman on the return. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
They just
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and it's interesting.
And got his man complete. And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 53 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Ward.
Thank you.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jihad Campbell. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
At the 25-yard line.
2nd and 3. Right side finds its receiver, Horton. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Oh. Wow, damn. I didn't know what the fuck.
He'll drop to throw.
I thought that was a totally different play.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It was
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Harvey. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I don't know what
Another
type of
pitch and
pass
catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out.
You said what?
Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Now, sir.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll look to throw here. They find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Got it. Ready? Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll set up to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Broncos first, and that should be the capper. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now.
Second and goal. 6-yard line.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. A minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk off the field today. And really, I mean, we know why those 3 turnovers by that offense, that's ultimately what doomed them.
And this is what coaches preach all the time to every team that we ever talk with. Taking care of the ball on offense, trying to take it away on defense. And let's face it, when you give it away 3 times in one game, you make it very difficult for your team to get the W.
So for the Broncos, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again.
You said the same thing as I said.
See, I'm like, I hate this Ravens nigga so much, bro. Like, that nigga is a dick eater, bro. Yo,
Bro, what are you doing?
that nigga is a dick eater, bro. Oh, Jesus. I don't fuck with bro at all. At all. That nigga always got something to fucking say, bro. That nigga always got something to say. That's the one nigga I don't like in UML is the Ravens. The one nigga. We'll put like. I'm gonna have to goddamn. Get right. I don't know. Oh, okay. They delete the channels after they done. Oh, the Rams isn't in my division. I just don't fuck with. I'm not.